What's great, Tesla family? It's Beam J back with another video, and in this one I need to separate what's the deal with Tesla, the government operative video, the QQ, and several different tickers. I'm likewise going to let it be known that emerged for Tesla and why Tesla can plunge the manner in which it did today. However, let me first say that I am not a monetary organizer, so take nothing I say as monetary counsel. Additionally, in the event that you folks can, if it's not too much trouble, look at the Webull Connect, which is down beneath and in the portrayal. Assuming you pursue Webull and store $500, you're insured 20 free stocks. Assuming that you store $25,000 or more, you're insured 75 of them. There are contributions exceptionally soon in only a long time. In any case, for Tesla, I was discussing a potential head and shoulders design that could be creating in the diagrams in the pre-market, and this wound up playing out pleasantly. I wasn't 100% sure if this could work out. I let him know we could see somewhat pop first and to see how we wind up responding, and this wound up working out. Thus, it wound up working out. Tesla got this dismissal. We endeavored to break over our EMAs, however, at that point we neglected to crush past 175 and came spirit down. Along these lines, this head and shoulders design has worked out, and Tesla is showing some shortcoming. In any case, regardless of that occurrence, Tesla isn't formally imploding hard or any such thing. It's just down around 1.2, yet the shortcoming that is propagating is as yet working out. Furthermore, for the present, I need to discuss some extremely key levels. In this way, I first need to discuss a few information and make it known that came out that made Tesla plunge a little. Then, at that point, I will separate the diagrams in only a couple of moments, so kindly be watching out. At 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today, we have the 4-week and 8-week bill barters emerging. This could cause some instability. Then we have SINs from the Fed giving a discourse around early afternoon. We likewise have the home loan rates emerging, which will not actually influence the market that much generally. It isn't so insane. Same thing with the WDE report causing a lot of unpredictability, as I would like to think is not exactly going. It doesn't for the most part influence the business sectors much. In any case, I would agree at 11:30 a.m., what's more 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, look and see what befalls the market as we have some stuff emerging with the bill barters and Callens from the Fed giving a discourse. Afterwards on at 1 p.m., we have greater unpredictability probably coming as you have the bond closeout, also Bostic giving a discourse. Thus, be keeping watch for the entirety of this information. We'll perceive the way this winds up influencing things in the business sectors. Furthermore, presently we should likewise discuss Tesla's news. In this way, one great piece of information is the way that the Cybertruck is to get a 20% charge speed increment. This is a result of the realities that it will integrate an over-the-air programming update that is being utilized to assist with working on the productivity of how it utilizes its innovation. Furthermore, that will be extremely helpful for itself and bunches of individuals out there. Thus, this will assist them with charging things a great deal speedier. Many individuals were saying that the charge bend was exceptionally frustrating for the Savage Turk. They're attempting to work on that, and that will be incredibly helpful. They could open up to 154 miles in only 15 minutes because of this update as per reports. What's more, that is really great for them too. Thus, that is something that is standing out as truly newsworthy at the present time, extremely great for the Cybertruck. Yet, the justification for why Tesla plunged is really in light of the fact that we had all the more awful news that sort of bested this. The terrible news was what I, right off the bat, said yesterday. Flawed Sandler reduces their cost focus on Tesla, and they said a ton regarding Tesla's conveyances not being awesome. We have Jeffrey expressing exactly the same things. I went over this multiple occasions in my video prior and furthermore my recordings from yesterday. Yet additionally for now, we had Bank of America cutting their Tesla stock cost target, saying powerless interest will hurt except if the organization reduces costs more. This is some enormous news somewhere in this vicinity. This is some incredibly enormous, this is an extremely large change that has emerged, and this is the sort of thing that is not exactly unexpected after the conveyances miss. In this way, they debilitate. They're saying that Tesla's debilitating interest will hurt it as their stock develops, and they're saying that they need to reduce costs something else for them to keep up with their interest. They likewise have another value focus of about $220, addressing a 21% downfall from the earlier objective of $280. That actually gives us 28% potential gain as they would like to think. However, they're only not quite as bullish as in the past. They likewise reference that supply disturbances which wind up occurring in the Berlin Gigafactory are influencing them. It's not exclusively saying, however, also different things like interest issues, and afterward on top of that with stock structure up, they're saying that Tesla might need to depend on reducing costs. Other than that, that is what they basically said. I saw no new changes with regards to their conveyances targets, yet they are expecting things won't be essentially as extraordinary as at first expected, so they are taking a gander at a few unpleasantness ahead, and that is important for why Tesla wound up plunging. Also the things said by Pepper Sandler and Jeff, there's likewise going to be another change here. We had one more FSD update that emerged, and a few extremely fascinating things have come out, which is somewhat better. New equipment refreshes, also an overhauled looking UI look, and on top of this, there will be new enhancements to their route courses, and that's what things like. So I saw a few enhancements which were not really awful, so that is something that would certainly merit taking note of, yet allowed me just to say that most of the more critical bits of information were a smidgen more negative for Tesla, with bunches of minimizations from these experts. This is important for why it's failing to meet expectations, also the general market influencing it too. So we had heaps of various factors left and right. So for Tesla, what is the deal with it? We have opposition at 17.5 and furthermore 171.5 and 172. We have support presently attempting to hold 1,695. Extremely minor help. We have solid help 168 to 167.5. This reach down here will be our help in the event that we lose 167.5. A greater plunge could come, yet as of right now Tesla is holding this help, so as I would like to think you could see Tesla mix a ton in some measure incredibly near this reach, exceptionally near 170. Perhaps a tad under it, may very well keep on rearranging for some drawn-out period time frames. Then we'll see what occurs after that. That is the thing I'm seeing as the primary thing for Tesla for the time being, the extent to which SPY goes SPY, showing a tad of shortcoming it was endeavoring to break out, attempting to skip, yet it neglected to break the 50 EMA, and we return now. We're only sort of trapped here, so SPY us this reach with 515 as opposition, and afterward 512 as help, 52.5 is another help. And we've been stuck up until this point, so it could stay in this reach, except if we break another heading. In the event that we break past 516, we're bullish, assuming that we lose 512, we're negative any case for however long in the middle between. We're about to remain range-bound, not actually doing a ton. Same thing on the QQQ. We've been somewhat range-bound, yet it's showing somewhat more strength than SPY. We have 440's obstruction, also double 4, double 18, 442, and 444, 144 we have support as of now at 438.68 and 436. I could see this endeavor to push somewhat higher, yet watch opposition as a sanity check. That will be crucial for Apple. It's showing a tad of life, gradually pushing, going to be hoping to perceive how it responds to 169.254. We have support as of now at 169, assuming we lose this, watch 168.75, and we'll find out how things turn out. Yet as of right now, I see potential for this to push somewhat higher, so watch for that extremely painstakingly. Let me simply go over a couple all the more genuine fast super micros showing some life, attempting to break out. We said this previous toward the beginning of the day that this thing could push higher, going to be searching for a trial of fundamentally. We have this obstruction here around here at 945. Assuming we break past this, we could get extremely near 960, so it's showing some life. Amazon showing not an excess of life, it is showing a smidgen of life, yet not a lot of. We're caught in this reach. We have 187 as obstruction. We upheld 185, are somewhat stuck until further notice. Could attempt to push more like 187, may somewhat higher, yet it will probably remain range destined for now, yet showing some life. M is attempting to bounce back a piece, attempting to push higher. We're going to be viewing at this opposition as long as it holds around 520. We have obstruction at 5.22.18 and 5.1839, and on the off chance that we lose this, we could be tipping a touch all the more, so I'm seeing some potential for this to push somewhat higher, so we'll need to find out how this turns out. For Microsoft, we have opposition essentially at 424.10 end. Afterward, 425, and afterward we have support as of now around 424 level, and afterward 4.2289, so I truly do see somewhat potential for this to go a little higher, yet by and large we're still sort of trapped in a reach, as you all can see too, and Frocost truly has sustained for the overwhelming majority numerous days, so it's actually stuck that way. And afterward for the VIX, it's difficult. It's not actually doing a ton right currently. It's still on an extremely decent upswing in general, so this shows the market is still on a greater downtrend we've been stuck in. A reach throughout the previous few days, that is what the VIX is additionally kind of doing, other than this one little wick because of CPI, so that is all we're accomplishing for the present, yet the VIX is as yet bullish by and large on the pattern, which recommends that the market is still on a greater downtrend basically for the time being, yet for like the more medium term by how SPY and the QQ are still reach bound, so we're actually going to choose if we get a transitory skip or not. We're still sort of trapped in the reach, so I'll give this somewhat additional time, and to the extent that Tesla goes, like I said before, we're attempting to P push a little B.